Good day, everyone, from wherever you're watching. I want to welcome you to our webinar today. Today is Saturday, 8th of March, 2025, and the time is about 4 p.m. My name is Dr. Rudolph Smith. I'm your Chief Career Analyst and the #1 in Africa. In today's webinar, our topic is focused on how to identify and choose the right career path. So if you are here, you are either a parent looking to guide your child or your children into the right career, or maybe you are in senior secondary school. Now you are thinking of writing the SSCE in the next term or next stream. Of course, you're also thinking of writing the UTME, or maybe you are currently in a tertiary institution, undergraduates, and of course, young graduates from entry level to mid-level professional. So if you are in any of this category, you are in the right place. You are welcome. Our seminar or webinar session will just be about 45 minutes to an hour. So I want you to hang on there. And there's so much takeaways for today's session. But first, I would like to share my screen. Let me share my screen and we can start in earnest. So welcome once again to this webinar. It's just for 45 minutes to an hour max. And I assure you, you're going to get tremendous value from today's session. Like I said, my name is Dr. Rudolph Smith. I'm your Chief Career Analyst, the #1 in Africa. We have our target audience, and if you fall within any of the categories we already mentioned, you are in the right place. So in today's seminar, we'll be looking at understanding yourself, the foundation of career choice. And that will include assessing interests that people call passion. We'll diagnose your interests, your interest types, what you do enjoying. What do you do enjoying? There are 6 interest types. We'll look at it as we go on. Then we'll identify your strengths and skills. We'll look at your personality and career fit. Then we'll look at how to align your core values with your career decisions. Our third point for today's webinar will be exploring career options. What options do you have? We have traditional versus new age / emerging careers. We'll look at understanding career clusters and industry trends. We'll look at the future of work and how to research careers. We'll give you some tools and some websites or platforms where you can research career. Our fourth point today, we'll be looking at academic and professional pathways, choosing the right subjects and courses, especially for SSC, UTME, and university options. We'll look at vocational versus academic pathways. We'll look at certifications and specializations, the importance of professional qualifications. We'll also look at internships, very, very important. Internships, volunteering, and work experience. Many a times when people leave school and they want to apply for jobs, for open jobs, there's often this what do you call it right now? These caveats, if you want to call it that word, there's a better word for it, that you must have toss and toss experience, maybe 3 years or 5 years before you can apply, so like a hook, so that's why internships, volunteering, and work experience is Very, very important. Now, our fifth point that we're going to looking at today is making the right career decision. In this, we will look at career decision-making models. We'll look at the role of guidance and counseling. We'll look at overcoming career confusion and external pressures from, say, parents. Parents are the chief culprit in this area, of which I'm one of them. So then next, we'll look at the power of adaptability and lifelong learning. And of course, our last point today is opportunity to ask questions and have answers as we can supply. So let's go back and start this discourse today. Why career choice matters. Why career choice matters. Many people struggle with career dissatisfaction due to poor choices early in life. You know, choosing the right career is a mix of self-awareness, exploration, and planning. I'd like you to note planning is very, very important. For most of Africa, you know, a lot of people choose career based on trial and error, external influence that have no scientific backing. They just think this is what I should do. Then the next point I want to make is that parents and students need accurate information and guidance to make informed decisions. It's very, very important. Understanding yourself. Self-discovery is key to choosing the right career path. So how do you self-discover yourself? You know, these are some of the things we're going to expose today and explore, you know, because we have psychological tools which are scientifically proven, crafted and adapted to suit anyone who would want to take his career or her career seriously. Then we'll look at assessing interest and passions. Why subjects, activities, or hobbies make you lose track of time. I'll take that again. What subjects, right, activities, or hobbies make you lose track of time? You know, are you drawn to science, creativity, problem solving, or leadership? You know, so when we look at the model that we want to bring to your attention, all these questions will help align everyone that watches this video, guide you and help you to identify your career or certain array of careers, then you can choose from. Because this is the essence of this webinar, you know. So we will help you identify your strengths and your skills. Now, in this area, we have two kinds of skills. We have hard skills, then we have soft skills. Hard skills, you can talk of technical skills like coding, writing, designing, you know. Then soft skills, communication, teamwork, leadership, listening. You know, it's sad that for a lot of young graduates, you know, I dare say up to 40 to 45% don't even know what soft skills are about. When you ask them what soft skills do you have, they will just be moping. This is not too good. Soft skills are a very vital aspect of your educational portfolio, if you like. You know, you have to have not just hard skill, but you have to have soft skills. When you want to go for employment, during interview, and you know, these things they now come up. When you are in school, nobody may talk about it, nobody may teach you, but it's very important that you get to know about soft skills. There are a lot of soft skills that you can learn or you can harness. Some people already have them, but you need to be aware, you know, that you can harness them. So personality and career fit, the psychometric assessment model, you know, or framework. We will use tools like the MBTI, Holland codes, or Strength Finder. You know, example, when we look at somebody who has, you know, who is introverted intuitive thinking and judging. That guy is a strategic thinker. When you take the psychometric assessment, we would code your, or we will code your, what's it called? Your personality, or call it type your personality. Then if you have such a personality of being intuitive, first of all, introverted, intuitive, thinking and judging, then you are a strategic thinker. You may excel in data science, while an extrovert, sensing, feeling, and perceiving is social and energetic, for instance, and may thrive in media and entertainment. So, by just typing your personality alone, you already begin to, know what career you would thrive in future. And it's very important because the statistics says that about 80%, roughly 80% of graduates, don't know what personality type they have, and they are actually taking on careers that are a mismatch for their personality type. What this implies is that they would have very high level of stress on their jobs, when they finally get into any industry working. The level of stress will be high because they are operating in an unnatural environment. But when you know your personality type and it guides you into a career, then you'll be operating naturally in your niche. And these are people that are likely to thrive and to get to the height or the zenith of their career and actualizing. So it's very important that you understand this. Next, I'll look at aligning your values and career goals. What principles guide your decisions? Security, impact, freedom, innovation. How do you align your career goals? If you take the psychometric assessment, which is actually the core of what I'm actually sharing, in this webinar, all this will be aligned for you. You would get to know your personality type. You get to know your interest type. You get to know your career values and motivators. And this is what help you align your decisions, to what kind of work environment you would like to work in and you can thrive in later years. So we'll look at that as we go on. So your career must align with your values to ensure long-term fulfillment. Exploring career options. There are thousands of career options. So the question is, what do you choose? Which one do you choose? A lot of people are used to the traditional career like medicine, engineering, law, teaching. They are just used to it. So they will just tell their children, do well, do science. If you do science, you will be an engineer. They are these are traditional courses. And I tell you, in the next 5 years or so, there will be a lot of shift in this space that if you are not positioned to adapt, you would be unemployed. Just take it from me. It's statistics show, there's a research prediction that shows all this kind of facts. A lot of people don't know that their careers are actually phased into traditional, transitional, new age career, and emerging career. A lot of people don't know the difference. We have 20 career clusters. We'll look at it shortly, even though not in depth. We have 20 career clusters, and they are divided into the STEM courses or career and non-STEM. Then we have 150 or thereabout, 150 plus, 160 career path. Then we have 3,000 plus job occupations. So how do you know which one? That's the question. So for a lot of people, is a trial and error thing. Even those who are taking traditional courses or even new age career, they don't know that after your undergraduate years, there are specializations in some of this career, and your personality or interest can determine what specialization you would fit into. I'll give you an example. Look at law. There is corporate law, there is civil law, there is a judiciary, there is forensic law. They are getting there. It's international law. So these are different specializations. I'm not a lawyer, but as a career analyst, I can tell you this array that is available for lawyers. But go to any Nigerian university or any university and ask an undergraduate law student what they want to do after school. A lot of them don't know. Those who go into the judiciary, into government, they just finish school and it's by chance. But your personality can actually determine whether you are suited, you are headed for the judiciary, or you want to be in corporate law, or you want to be in civil law. Your personality can determine, your interest can determine that. Same thing with medicine, even the traditional courses. There are different areas of medicine. If you want to go into field medicine, you want to be a field worker, then your interest and your personality must align with that. Because most times doctors just interact one-on-one with patients, or those who want to be lecturers, who want to work in teaching hospitals. They are lecturing, they are also teaching, lecturing, they're also practicing medicine in the teaching hospital. So your personality will also determine whether that is the line that you should go into. A lot of people don't know all this. So they are faced with stress, after school, when they start working, and this is one of the reasons why mental health is so popular today. There are so many people that are stressed out. And if you go to our pages, our channels, you will see previous videos that were made, letting you know that the mother of all stresses is actually career stress. Because your career is actually your life. Your career is your life. It's like a foundation. Your career will determine where you live, the town you live, and even in the town, which area of that town or city, your career, of course, is clear. It will determine what kind of job you will do, and to a large extent, who you will marry. So whatever stress comes from all these other areas, it stemmed from the career choice that you made at the initial. So I want us to get that clear. So it's very important that we understand traditional careers, transitional careers, new age career, and emerging careers before we can make our choices, identify and choose our career. I'll just give an example of new age and emerging career. We have data science, we have AI, we have ML, we have renewable energy, digital marketing, UX, UI. There's some machine learning. That's ML, sorry, ML, machine learning. There's so much, in this emerging career that a lot of people cannot explore, Then the next thing I want to delve into is understanding career clusters and industry. Very, very important. I told you, I said, I may not be able to look at this in this session in depth, but this is where we talk about the STEM courses. STEM means science, tech, technology, engineering, and math. Then non-STEM, we look at business and finance. We look at arts and humanities, health and social sciences, then entrepreneurship. It's very, very critical. I was in a friend's place recently, and I met his son, and I was just interacting with his son, and he told me that he wanted to study finance. So I was like, just finance, not banking and finance. I said, no, finance, that there's such a course. Well, I said, that's true. There's such a course, but I doubt whether we have that in a Nigerian university. I'm yet to see that. But maybe you can, first, I'm talking about first degree, just finance. I said, so why finance? He said he wants to be a hedge fund manager. And I said, oh, that's very, very good, ambitious. But how do you become a hedge fund manager? By studying finance? There's a process. That's where career planning comes into play. You understand? There's a process. And I asked him, I said, okay, why hedge fund manager? He said, because he wants to make a lot of money. You see the deception? I don't blame him. I don't even blame his parents. But this is the deception that we have today in our world. A lot of people just think about how to make money. But you will be shocked that when you are through school, even if you by happens chance you now made the money, you now realize that life is more than making money. You will not be fulfilled. There are other things that brings fulfillment, and in career, it has to do with doing what you are actually created for. That is how it works, you know. So we'll look at that. Then the next point here is how to research careers, how to research careers. So our website is just one of the best places where you can research career, because we have a very robust, I mean, when I say robust, comprehensive library where you can access and search for course, for any career, or call it course. And, when you search it out, we don't only just tell you biochemistry. We look at the work nature. We look at those who can study biochemistry, what personality type they should have, what interest type. We break it down for you. We tell you the demand, whether there is high demand for this particular career. We tell you about the salary, we tell you about even your what do you call it, the preparation, what you will need to spend in becoming a biochemist or any other kind of course. We give it to you in terms of low, medium, or high cost. Then salary, we tell you high, low, medium, or high. Demand, in that ranking. Then we can tell you what other certifications to take. So when you go to our library, it's so robust. We cover every career that you can think of. You can search it out, and so our website is just one of the first places that you can search out career, and it's comprehensive. So the website is showing on the screen, and if you joined if you joined from our waiting bay, on WhatsApp or Telegram, you would have seen our website. We shared it there, Career 360. You can just Google it, career360.org, and it will take you right into our website. We are partners with Edu Milestones, and we do so many things within our space that you would like to take advantage of. Another place you can check out, you can search out careers is LinkedIn. You can use LinkedIn, you can use Glassdoor, you can use Coursera, Then you can also seek mentorship and job shadowing opportunities on our website or maybe in LinkedIn. Our website is a one-stop website. I'm going to be talking next about vocation and versus academic pathways, where we look at how you can leverage internships, for instance. So let me just hold on and not jump the gun. So it's very important that you seek mentorship and you take on shadow opportunities, job shadowing opportunities. So next, let's look at academic and professional pathways. Your academic choices should align with your career goals. Did you hear that? Your academic choices must align with your career goals. So how do you identify your career goals? This is why we are here to help you. Then choosing the right subjects and courses, UTME subjects combination for different courses, university versus polytechnic versus technical training, or even colleges of education. We can help you align that. It's very important that you understand this. A lot of people just want to go to university, but they are not looked at. What are your career goals? There's no research that shows that university graduates are more successful than polytechnic graduates. There's no research that shows. I know that in Nigeria, I don't know of any other country, there's this dichotomy in the civil service, between HND holders and BSc holders. I know that there's that dichotomy, and recently I am aware also that the National Assembly, they are making efforts to remove that dichotomy, But the truth is this: you must understand your career goals and align it with, your academic pursuit. Is very, very important. Now, let's look at vocational versus academic pathways. Some careers don't require a degree. Did you know that? I saw somebody online recently who said that he just went to a boot camp, spent 6 months, And right now, he's I think he's what's this word right now that's so common? Hacker, ethical hacker. And he's making a lot of money. He did ethical hacking, you know. So there are such opportunities, But the important thing is this: whether you are going to go into vocation, let me look at Nigerian space. When I began my career analysis work, I was very amazed that, even if a parent is handicapped in terms of finances and will not be able to train their children to go to school, or the child says, I don't have the brain, like we say in Nigeria, for school, I want to go and learn tailoring. Are you aware that you are supposed to take the psychometric assessment? It's very important. The psychometric assessment is for everybody. It's not just for those who want to pursue a career in education, in business, administration, in medicine, in law. No. Even if you want to do tailoring, or you want to be a mechanic, you want to go and do plumbing, you want to go and do repair electronics because you couldn't pursue school, you can take the psychometric assessment. It will help you shape your interest, your personality, and match it with that vocation that you want to go into. It's very, very important. Then let's look at certifications. Certifications are very, very powerful, especially for those for graduates, young graduates to middle level professionals. Certifications. A lot of people don't even know where to turn to. But if you come to our website, we will recommend certifications for you and specializations, and we have a lot of things. Let me just mention this. We have, for instance, we have sports consultancy in our website. Can you imagine? A lot of Nigerians like sports. I'm not particularly a sports fan, especially football. Maybe I should zero to football. But you want to become a sports consultant, whatever you have studied, you can come into our website and you can take that sports consultancy job, specialization, certification. Then we also have image consulting, very powerful and highly sought after courses. A course, you can do that specialization and take certification in image consulting, and this is especially for graduates. But anybody can even do it. You can do it. You want to roll with the big boys and with the big girls, the politicians, the social media influencers, the Nollywood, top personalities. This course is for you. Short courses. There are other short courses: Google, Amazon, AWS, Microsoft. There are a lot of them online. You can go into our website or use other platforms, Coursera, for instance, Glassdoor, like we told you about. Importance of skill building outside the classroom is so very, very important. It's so very, very important. If you want to finish school and you don't want to be among those who are, slapping the streets looking for a job here and there, then you must take this very point very, very seriously. Building skills, relevant skills in line with your career. Gaining practical experience through internships, I already mentioned, volunteering. This is another pathway to becoming self-sustaining. It's not only getting a job. There's internships. Internship, it just gives you like a free pass into a lot of industries. Then you talk about volunteering and getting to networking opportunities. Employers value experience over degrees in many fields today. Know that and have peace. Making the right career decision. So we are coming to the cocoa right now. On our platform, when you log in and you want to take our psychometric assessment, one of the things we assess is to know your present career stage. So we have those who are confused, we have those who are diffuse, we have those who are methodical, we have those who are optimized. There are 5 stages. So we will locate you, not by second guessing. You will feel the answers to the questions we ask you, and we'll print out a report for you that locates exactly where you are, and we'll explain all that for you. So if you are confused, we can simplify the process for you. career decision-making models are available. We have the 5P model. 5P represent passion, purpose, profit, potential, and people. Then we have the growth mindset model. You can pivot and learn new skills as industries changes. Then we have the big five theory of personality traits, or we call it the 5-factor model, FFM. Then we have a comprehensive psychometric assessment or testing, which is computer-based. This one is what I recommend mostly because, we have incorporated other theories, other frameworks into this computer-based model. And it is guaranteed to produce for you 97% accuracy, of what you are made to study or you are meant to study. So it's very, very important, overcoming career confusion and external pressure, peer and parental influence, finding a balance. This is why you need Career 360. We have professional counselors who will work with you and your parents or parents and their children. So if you're a parent, you're watching this video, we can work with you. Sometimes children are frustrated because their parents are trying to guide them into a particular career path and they are thinking of something else. And we have seen that through the years. It has even been acted in films, in movies, or what have you. There are some people who go into studying medicine and engineering, and when they are through, they tell their parents, this is for you. They say, I studied this because of you. I want to be a comedian, or I want to be a fashion designer. They just go berserk and take a different tangent altogether to the amazement of their parents after spending so much years. I remember somebody that a very known preacher who went to school and studied a particular course guided by the parents. But by the time it was true, he never wanted picked up a job. He said he wanted to be a pastor, and the parents were so upset. They said, if you wanted to be a pastor, you would have told us all the while. So that all this money that were wasted. Of course, pastoral work is spiritual, but in a platform, we can even know whether you are meant to be a pastor, at least pastor, from the human aspect. Are you gifted with with the gift of gab? Yes, do you like to talk to people? Do you like to help people? Of course, spiritually, those things can come on you if you are chosen. But just from the human angle, we can detect that whether you are supposed to be a pastor. I'm compelled to say, praise God. I'm a pastor, so, But I trust that you are getting value. Please, if you watch this video at any point in time or you are with us right now, you can drop an emoji. Let me know that you are getting value. And if you have questions, you can also drop it. We'll take your questions. The role of adaptability and lifelong learning. Future careers require continuous learning and upskilling. It's so very important. We have talked about it in different ways. Future careers require continuous learning. And that's one of the things we do on our platform. When you take a psychometric assessment, we can determine whether you are somebody that is suited for continuous learning. Those who have investigative interest, for instance, who are introverted, they are mostly suited for this line. There are those who want to do STEM courses, they are investigative in their interest. By the way, we have 6 interest types. Interest is another word for passion, even though not exactly. They are very related, you understand? So people generally who are not professionals in this field, you will hear them say, follow your passion, or what is your passion? What they really are saying is, what is your interest? The only challenge is that when you say passion, there's no framework to break down passion into the different structure. But when you say interest, there's already a framework. So we have the investigative interest, we have the artistic interest, we have the social interest, we have the enterprising interest, so forth and so on. Artistic interest, there are 6 of them. So when you take a psychometric assessment, we can map and type you into your interest type, so that we can know whether, look, okay, let me give an example. I did science, when I was in university. I was a science student, I did zoology, but as a zoologist, as a scientist, I didn't even know that after school, I'll be required to continuously learn. I was on that track of continuous learning. Why? Because I did zoology just out of it was happenstance. I wanted to study medicine and I couldn't get medicine. So okay, just give me zoology so that I can go to school. There are a lot of people out there who are like me. They are out there. We have done the research and it's available. They are just there. And by the time I was facing university, it was a common joke. We would say who created book, we would insult the person that created book. We say now we are dropping our pen, we are hanging our boots. We didn't know that it was just the beginning of learning. By the time we were through school, when reality hit us, when we went into the job market, we now realized that wow, you have to just keep learning. So it's very, very important that you understand, lifelong learning principles. Stay flexible. There's nothing that is important. The role of adaptability and lifelong learning. We say stay flexible, keep learning, and adjust your path when necessary. But you do this with information. Make informed decision. That's why in this webinar, there's no way we can end this webinar without talking about the psychometric assessment. The psychometric assessment. I would open the space for questions shortly. But you see, you must enroll in Career 360 psychometric assessment, and the career planning session is very, very important. It's very important. All that I've talked about today, the title of this webinar is how to identify and choose the right career path. The psychometric assessment is the basics, is the foundation, is where you start from. Having gained all this knowledge we have shared today, the next thing is to enroll for the psychometric assessment. And we will share the link. Share the link, and you'll be amazed. Even parents can take it. It will even help you in your parenting style when you now understand your personality. Are you aware? Let me just backtrack and say this. Are you aware that 90 up to 95% of people out there, even including you watching me, don't know their personality type? The few that know, they stop at the first level of introversion and extroversion. But there are actually 4 levels of dichotomous personality type, and we have 16 combinations. This is not the class for that today, but that's why I want you to take the assessment. Take the assessment, and when you take the assessment, we have bonus resources for all those who will take the assessment. You will see, use the link below on the comment section. Use the link, take the assessment. We will capture your details and forward you bonus resources for attendees. And that will include your career planning checklist. Is editable. We have subject to career mapping guide. We have top in demand career in the next 10 years. We will help you map it out. Top in demand career in the next 10 years. Then we have a discount for you that will be open for 48 hours. All those who are taking the psychometric assessment, we have 48 hours discount for psychometric assessment or testing. You can use the link below. You can use the link below to access this and take it. Once you take it, we will be in touch with you to guide you all the way. One of the things that we do at Career 360 is we believe that every individual is unique, and we give that private, personal, and unique touch to everyone that comes into our space. We deliver value, and we have testimonials everywhere. Everyone that has come into our space, they are always very grateful, and they wish that they had met with Career 360 before now, especially those who are already undertaking an undergraduate course or have just finished school. Lastly, I would say that for those who want to pivot, maybe you're already working, you're feeling stressed, or for a number of people, it has to do with money. You want a higher pay, higher income. So you are thinking of now software engineering or ethical hacking. Turning to these things, no, don't do it. The first thing you do is to take an assessment so that you can really be sure that you will have self-fulfillment. Otherwise, at the end of the day, you'll be back to square one, living an unfulfilled life, working in an environment where the stress is high. Well, I believe that I've been able to deliver value to you. Once again, my name is Dr. Rudolph Smith, and we are available at Career 360 to help you navigate the complexities of identifying and choosing the right career path. And I believe that you have clarity on how you can do that through the psychometric assessment, and if you do that, it will equip you to make informed decisions, and there will be peace in your home and in your life. I told you, your career equals your life. At Career 360, we say your future is our commitment. Please like our channel, subscribe, put on the notification bell, and so that you can get new content anytime we share it. And leave your comments, leave your questions, we will respond to you. Thank you once again.